No, you're good.
Okay,
Go on.
yeah.
What was the question I'm going to ask again now?
World is a school.
Oh. Shanti, you mentioned something about the world and what it's all about and it being a school. Can you explain that to us more?
Yes. World is a school to learn spiritual lessons. World is like high school. We graduate from high school to enter a college. So spiritual life is like a college. Unless you are satisfied in the world, unless you are fulfilled, you cannot go in spiritual path. Going on spiritual path without fulfilling worldly obligations or fulfilling all the desires would be escape. And it is like standing on a rod that is so unstable that you can fall. So spiritual life without foundation, you are sure to fall. So worldly life and experiences are necessary. How many experiences should one need? Everyone is different. So we have to fulfill all the desires. You have desire for wealth, you have desire for fame, for power, for children, for friends, whatever desire you have to fulfill. If you don't fulfill it, then you won't have maturity. But if you try to fulfill this desire just to gain wealth, one life won't be enough. To gain fame, one life won't be enough. You would be wasting your time. So the answer is, experience the world with awareness. Experience, so wealth, fame, just with small experiences and find out wealth is not the answer, or it won't satisfy me. Fame won't satisfy me. By small experiences, you learn a lesson. Also, you learn a lesson from observation. You don't have to repeat the mistake, but observe the so many people who made wealth and they were not happy. So many become famous and they were not happy. And you can see all around people whom we consider successful because of wealth, fame, or power, or in politics, or in the sports, or in the movie business. They are bored. They are not happy. Many of them are in the drugs. They cannot live with themselves. So do I want to repeat that? So by observing, you learn a lesson. Also try for yourself in a small scale and learn a lesson until you get satisfied. If you don't satisfy your desires, it will haunt you. It will be tremendous hindrance in your spiritual practice. So really, spiritual practice begins when you're satisfied with the world. You are content. You don't expect anything. You don't want anything. You are willing to flow with whatever comes, expecting nothing from anyone. Then you have nowhere to go but inward. What prevents us from going inward is all the desires outward. And this is why people fall off the path, because they temporarily practice spiritual disciplines and they think they have evolved so much, but they have evolved only in their imagination. Their real life hasn't changed. Once they face themselves, they are not what they thought they were. They feel guilty. And this is when they run away from themselves. So worst thing to do on this path is to feel guilty. Forgive yourself. If you fall down, stand up again. Falling down was a lesson. Instead of hiding from a teacher, return back. Return back. Just show the gratitude. Just become humble and you will feel much better. Your ego comes in the way. See, this This is I see all the time. You know, people go in the wrong direction, but then they want to come on the path, but their ego comes in the way. So they try to justify what they are doing. You know, that common thing, and this human nature. So it doesn't surprise me. So world is a school. So we learn so many lessons. You cannot learn by becoming a monk or hiding in seclusion. You hide in seclusion only after you have saturated your life with a worldly accomplishment to the extent that you don't want anymore. Okay, that is kind of state. That is kind of awakening, and that is really spiritual journey, because there is nothing to do, nowhere to go. It is right here. So when you withdraw, when the electricity goes out, where does it go? It goes to the source, to the powerhouse. You know, it is not in the socket or in the circuit breaker or transformer. It goes to the source. So when we withdraw prana from the world and senses, we come to the source. And that is the real practice. Being content within the self. Okay.